Another Monday safely down and dusted. Ah, yes, I'm through the bathroom. Fucking sue me. After all, I need a change of clothes. Don't worry, I'm not going to scar you for life. At least I hope not, anyway. Right, here I come. Here I come. This is going to be a bonus thing while I get my shit uploaded. And here's the juice. Very good. So I hope everyone is doing well. Anyway, can I? No, fuck's sake. Stay zoomed out, for fuck's sake. I want to try and zoom the damn thing out, but it just won't let me, unfortunately. But I hope everyone is doing well at any rate. Whew, dear me. I have been through a lot today. Not the least of which, if anybody's been paying attention to my posts, I've come down with the bloody lurgy. So there is that as well. Hence the packet of Lemsips. And I'm going to treat these with a bit more bloody respect. But of course, you didn't come here to find out whether I'm suffering from a cold. No, this is just basically going to be an extra tidbit to keep you all entertained or what have you, whilst I prepare myself to upload the upcoming video, which is going to be about Hugh Degenerate Edwards and the the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Man alive. This has really been a stressful one for me to think about. Let me tell you that much. The fact that we have more people attempting to take the life of Donald Trump is something that scares me, but at the same time doesn't really surprise me anymore, because after all, with Donald Trump, first they tried to cancel him, then they tried to imprison him, and now obviously they're trying to kill him. I don't think they quite understand. The more they attempt to assassinate him, the bigger the person becomes. The fact of the matter is that Donald Trump is practically looking unbeatable right now. I mean, even with the electoral interference that Kamala Faker than Hollywood Teeth Harris has had, she is not going to win this one. I pretty much guarantee that. Because even if she gets into power, she has unequivocally broken the law. She has broken the law regarding electoral interference. Because it turned out a whistleblower had come out and said, well, Kamala Harris was given the questions of the debate of her versus Trump before the debate even took place. And hello there, fishing for Carp and Roach. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for joining us, Madison, as well. Hope you're all right. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate everyone who comes out here. And how am I doing? Well, other than the lurgy, a little bit hot and bothered, stroke number one, and being hot and bothered, I'm all right. That said, I hope you lot are doing well. But she's been given all the questions in this debate. She was told she would not be fact-checked. Donald Trump, on the other hand, was fact-checked, which that in and of itself makes the debate unlawful and is unequivocal electoral interference. How is Kamala... How is she going to justify it? That's like if I had my hand in the cookie jar and then I tried to say, oh, no, my hand's not in the cookie jar fused to my hand. Look, see? Like, fuck off. You're not pulling the wool over our eyes with that shit. But I welcome anyone in who is new here, or all friends, or whoever. I hope you're all doing well. So there is that. And then the other story that my next video is going to go over is basically, of course, Hugh Degenerate Edwards. You know, the same person who was basically found guilty or pled guilty or whatever to having indecent images of children Is it any real surprise at this point, though? It seems to run in the BBC family, quite frankly. After all, we have Jimmy Tiny Cockosaurus Rex Savile as well. You have Twitch if you want. I do have a Twitch, but it'll be under the same name I have on here. But I'm not here to talk about that. Hugh Edwards has received a suspended sentence. I'm just going to repeat that so it can sink in for everyone, as it will make you understand how much animosity that I felt when my video goes live, which, when it does, I will link it in the description of this live stream below. But Hugh Edwards, who has indecent images of children, some of the most vile things you can have, and he's getting a suspended sentence. He's walking free. Let this silence be a reminder of the establishment we live under. How sad is it when nonces... Hello, Super J. You're doing all right. How sad is it when nonces are getting suspended sentences? But if we growl at dogs, or shout at police, or post things on the internet, we can have our colour felt and dragged off to prison for 20 months or more. People wonder why I say we've got 2 to 5 months at most. Doing a great job. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. People wonder why I only say we've got 2 to 5 months. This isn't me being pessimistic. This isn't me being apathetic. This isn't me saying, oh, abandon hope, all ye who enter. No, it's not like that. No early release for him. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the fact that Alex Belfield did the stalking. I will say that much. But even what he's gone through is a bloody disgrace. How is it he cannot be released on a stalking charge, yet Hugh Edwards gets to walk free for far worse crimes? Does anybody remember a few videos back where I mentioned about, what was it? The Online Harms Act. How I made a joke about it constantly, where basically people who were murderers could end up being serving less time than people who speak negatively against the government, because they could be sentenced up to 18 years in prison. You were hard on the guy. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of us were quite hard on Alex Belfield. And I can accept that. I used to support him. I don't really support him now, but I do accept that what's happened is a bloody shambles. And Alex does not deserve this kind of shit. Let me tell you that much. And I'm not sure if he'll accept an apology from me and what have you, but I'm sorry that you've had to go through all that shit. You don't deserve it. Like, surely he should be getting released while Hugh Degenerate Edwards should be locked up for the rest of his days. Quite frankly. But I guess that's just the government we live in. And I say 2 to 5 months at most, for the simple fact, I don't think this country is going to last 1 year, let alone 5, under this tyrannical government, under Keir the traitor Starmer. I think this country will already have sunk long before he finishes his sentence. His term. But quite frankly, I don't think Keir the traitor Starmer's going to... I don't think he's going to last the whole 5 years. He did beg a lot of money. I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, everyone has their own methods. I don't really approve of people sitting there with a begging bowl out. Yes, I know, Civ, fucking sue me. But I don't approve of people, including myself, of going, please, sir, spare some change. He'll be fine, don't worry. Anyway, I'm not a fan of that shit. But I do end up having my PayPal in the description of my videos now, Not so much as to say, please give me some change. You've been ill, or just kidding. Yeah, I have been ill. I am technically ill. I've still got the fucking Lemsip, which is conveniently stacked here. I've even got some at work. But I digress. The bottom line is, I don't think this country can last 5 years, or even 1 year, under his tyrannical leadership. And I think the cold bit of truth is, unless in the next 2 or 3 protests we can actually get a peaceful resolution, I think it's going to end up in a civil war, quite frankly. I don't want it. I don't advocate for it. I never have, never will. But at the end of the day, something's got to give. Look at the peasant tax revolts. Look what happened when they were trying to violate the women and children. The people revolted. They said they had enough. People got killed on the back of it. Likewise, if people like Hugh Degenerate Edwards are going to be allowed to walk the street, is it any surprise if somebody then decides to take the law into their hands to protect people or their children from people like Hugh? Come on. Okay, are we back? Fuck me. I don't need this shit disconnecting on me. That's not going to make my life easier. I don't need life to be harder. I do a good enough job of that myself. But anyway, I don't think he is going to last. 19% approval rating for Keir the Traitor Starmer. I think he's going to be gone long before his 5 years is up, quite frankly. And if it isn't, it fucking should be, bluntly speaking. I think it should be, because that man has been nothing but a detriment to the country. I've made some other points. I'll go over them again. The 600 million that he spent to Ukraine, sent. Words are failing me today. The 600 million he sent to Ukraine, but he can't spare 300 quid for the millions of elderly who undoubtedly need it, including my nan. 84 years old, my nan. I actually had an age wrong. I actually said she was younger than that, to her credit. But, people like my nan, 84 years old, probably needs that winter fuel payment. And to have Keir the Traitor Starmer come in and just take it away, that's not his right to do that. He is going to make an enemy of pensioners. And you know what? He's playing a very dangerous game with that shit. Because who are the people who have the least to lose? Poor elderly people. People who are nearing the end of their life. And I say that in this context specifically. Pay attention. When you get to your older stages in life, basically, life in prison suddenly doesn't feel like that long at all. Like, if you could picture someone like, I don't know, 20 or 30 years old, my age, kind of, and you give them life in prison, I could be sitting in prison for 30, 40, 50 fucking years. Whereas the elderly will be lucky, if they're in the most extreme cases, they'll be lucky if they see 10 years. Think of it like that. When you think of it like that, it should scare Keir the Traitor Starmer. Because what is more dangerous than a terrorist? A person who has nothing left to lose. Because a person who has nothing left to lose, nothing left to live for, is capable of just about anything. And let me be clear, as I've said, I don't advocate for that shit. But you can understand it from that perspective. The elderly could turn on Keir the Traitor Starmer, and then he'll wish he hadn't. He'll wish he hadn't taken the 300 quid off them. He'll wish he hadn't tried to take away their bus passes. He'll wish he hadn't hiked up the pensions. He will wish he hadn't been partying during COVID. He will severely regret all of those decisions. But of course, the mainstream media won't tell you this. You know the drill, folks. Because say it with me. It doesn't suit the narrative. Keir the Traitor Starmer is playing a very dangerous game right now. And I don't think he understands what the price is for his treachery, his deceit, and his blatant attack on free speech. And my next video, which will highlight Hugh Edwards and the Donald Trump case, is going to also dig a little deeper into that. So I thank you all for watching, guys. And one thing Keir the traitor Starmer, who may be praying right now that he gets what he wants and gets his little dictatorship, or maybe that's right first time. We will see once they can control us all. And I'll end it on this. When you pray for rain, you have to deal with the mud as well.